Hello everyone, my name is JBN and this is the story of how I slept through the Backstreet Boys and got second-degree burns. So if you've looked through my other videos, you know that I've gone on the Backstreet Boys cruise, and I've actually done it twice. So on the second day, you have your beach day, and so they do a beach party as well as you get time to, have fun on the beach in the Bahamas. But the second year, due to bad weather, we got moved to the Sunday for our beach day. We had to be up incredibly early and we were only on the beach till I think about 1 or 2 because then we had to sail back to Miami. So on a Backstreet Boys cruise to begin with, you don't get a lot of sleep and you try to sleep when you can. The parties start at midnight each night. They have activities going throughout the day as well. I don't know how anyone really gets through it, but you try to nap before dinner, you nap after dinner, you get about 30 minutes to an hour, then you go on to your next event, or you sleep through the event. So by day 3, you are exhausted. Getting up that little bit earlier didn't really help any. So we get to the beach and we're waiting for the party to start. I decided to sit down in a beach chair for a little bit. Just with the heat of the sun, nice breeze from the ocean, I'm out like a light. I think I slept for about 2.5 hours, and I burnt really badly. I burnt from about just below the top of my thigh to my knees on both legs. I'm like a porcelain doll. I don't tan, I burn. And I was wearing sunscreen, but when I put my sunscreen on, I was still wearing my sundress. My sundress went to about my knees. When I took my sundress off, I forgot to reapply and I was just in my swimsuit and I burned. Meanwhile, while I'm fast asleep, about halfway down the beach, there's a huge beach party going with the Backstreet Boys. That night, it hurt so bad. I couldn't really stand up for long periods of time and sitting down hurt. I didn't have any sunburn things with me, so I had to go to the shop on the ship. I went to buy this spray and the cashier goes, how are you doing tonight? And just the dead eye retail look, which I know well. And I'm like, burnt. I got a smile out of that. This happened on the first cruise too. I didn't sunburn on the first cruise. On day 3, after we had our picture with the guys, my cousin and I went back to our cabin and we were like, oh, we can sleep for a little bit. And we wound up sleeping a little bit longer than we thought we were going to, and we actually slept through Brian's fashion show. We woke up in time for the Q&A. We missed the fashion show. So to anyone out there who may be considering going on the Backstreet Boys cruise, do it. I recommend wear sunscreen. Wear sunscreen on your beach day, and be prepared to get very little sleep. And it's so much fun, and it's worth it if you're a fan of the Backstreet Boys. And sometimes you can run into them around the boat. I ran into AJ on the first cruise. We were in the casino while everyone was still boarding and he was checking things out because I think he did some kind of card tournament that year. We didn't call over to him or anything, but it was cool to just sort of see him without mobs of girls around him. And then on the second year, while I was on the internet talking to my then boyfriend, now fiance, my friend, she nudges me and she goes, dude, AJ just walked by us. I guess by day 3 you're just sort of over it. You're like, meh, it's the Backstreet Boys. Cool, they're just people. Sleep is more important. So that is the story of how I slept through the Backstreet Boys and got a second-degree burn.